Navy transit has triggered a fresh warning from China, sharply escalating tensions and drawing renewed attention to the already sensitive Taiwan Strait. On November 27th, China's defense ministry warned countries against stirring up trouble in the Taiwan Strait, issuing a pointed message that such actions risk undermining regional stability at a delicate moment. Beijing said it firmly opposed any move that sends wrong signal to Taiwan forces, stressing that outside interference only emboldens separatist elements.
Jiang Bin, spokesman for China's Ministry of Defense, said on November 27 that the New Zealand naval replenishment vessel Aotearoa transited the Taiwan Straits recently. The Chinese People's Liberation Army Eastern Theater Command organized naval and air forces to monitor and track the vessel's passage throughout with effective response measures. We firmly oppose any country stirring up trouble in the Taiwan Strait or sending wrong signals to Taiwan independent separatists' forces.
New Zealand tanker HMNZS Aotearoa transited the Taiwan Strait on November 5th, making a low-profile but geopolitically significant passage through one of the world's most contested maritime corridors. Wellington said the ship moved from the South China Sea to North Asia via the strait, according to Reuters, framing the route as a matter of practical navigation rather than a deliberate provocation. New Zealand Defence Minister Judith Collins said the passage followed international law, stressing freedom of navigation rights and insisting the voyage complied fully with global maritime rules. The mission was not publicly disclosed until Collins confirmed it weeks later, underlining how quietly the transit was conducted before it suddenly emerged into the diplomatic spotlight. This was only the second New Zealand transit since 2017, highlighting just how rare such operations are for Wellington and why this voyage drew such intense scrutiny. New Zealand claimed Chinese warships kept a safe and professional distance throughout, emphasizing that even under close monitoring, interactions at sea remain controlled and non-escalatory. Officials said the ship's helicopters stayed grounded due to bad weather in the strait, Reuters reported, adding that rough conditions limited airborne operations during the sensitive passage. Aotearoa is unarmed with heavy weapons and serves mainly as a replenishment vessel, designed to refuel and resupply other ships rather than engage in direct combat. The ship was reportedly en route to help enforce UN sanctions on North Korea near Japan, tying the Taiwan Strait transit to a broader mission in support of international security commitments. Judith Collins stated that all NZDF activities follow international law and best practice, presenting New Zealand as a responsible actor upholding established maritime norms. The NZ minister framed the transit as support for a rules-based Indo-Pacific, not provocation, arguing that sailing through international waterways is about principles, not picking sides. Interestingly, the passage came as Taiwan reported a China joint combat patrol involving multiple J-16 jets, underscoring how both air and sea activity around the island was spiking at the same time. Taiwan said the PLA patrol was part of China's ongoing pressure operations, describing regular flights and drills as a steady campaign to wear down Taipei's defenses and resolve. Taiwan said China's November 6 patrol included movements near the strait and the island's southwest zone, placing Chinese aircraft close to key air defense identification areas. Despite the lack of formal diplomatic ties, Taipei and Wellington maintain de facto embassies, reflecting a practical relationship that supports trade and dialogue even without official recognition. U.S. warships transit the Taiwan Strait every few months despite Chinese protests, reinforcing Washington's stance that these are international waters open to all lawful navigation. Canada, Britain, and others have also conducted occasional passages in recent years, signaling broader Allied support for freedom of navigation and opposition to unilateral claims. New Zealand September 2024 transit saw Aotearoa sail alongside an Australian warship, marking an earlier moment when Wellington visibly joined partners in the sensitive waterway. Each new transit underscores growing Allied concern over China's regional pressure, as noted in multiple reports, and shows how like-minded countries are quietly pushing back at sea. Beijing, meanwhile, has stepped up drills and says it will not rule out using force, keeping the threat of military action on the table as it seeks to assert its claims over Taiwan and the surrounding waters.
25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest newsmakers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.